Sometimes there's just nothing to say except everything. That's a phrase I wrote a long time ago, and it is exactly just the way I feel at this point. Welcome, guys. This is another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday, and it's been quite a while. And, well, I haven't really felt like doing a video. I just don't have the motivation to do these type of videos, which require a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting upon, and just thought, well, that's part of life, isn't it? It's part of the knife world as well. There are ups and downs, and there are stages where there's just really nothing to say except just take it all in, right? We just take it all in, and that's what the video of today is about. Sometimes we buy blade shapes that are unknown to us, or knife shapes, right? This is one of my favorite knives of all time. Absolutely. I have the what are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the 4 models available: thumb hole, flipper, thumb studs, and the mini. Just love this thing, and this was easier for me to learn how to use. But that's another thing that I'd like to mention: learning how to use the tool, learning how to use the knife. And there is a learning curve to it, to each and every one of them. Now, of course, there are similarities, right? There are similarities among those, and for example, we might be used to I have gotten used to this Warncliffe style blade, and love this this laid back jack, and I've really gotten used to using this blade. Or, for example, something more like a drop point, like this one. I think we are all more used to blade shapes like this. Of course, when you have something like this in hand, and I'm not going to talk a lot about this knife, because there will be first impressions, and there will be a review on it. This is just one of the most elegant drop points out there, in so many senses, in so many ways, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But the thing is, we might be more used to using drop points and knowing how to manipulate them, and we are comfortable with that. But then again, there comes different blade shapes, like so. This one, after so many years with this blade, I still this blade is so controversial. I love it and hate it at times. But of course, there's more love to it than hate. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the collection. But this is, I'm still getting used to, I'm still getting accustomed to this particular knife. I always compare, or have a competition between this and the Manix, and the Manix seems to always get an edge over this. But then there is something about this that, makes me just enjoy it more so, strangely. And so, you know, sometimes we just need those lapses of time, of silence, of being away, of taking the information in, of taking life in, so that we can speak more clearly about things, so we can have a better understanding of things. And of course, amongst those, I am talking about knives. Oh, and I just found a darn, you know, you guys know I hate mosquitoes, right? I just found one, and you're going to hear how I electrocuted one of them. Anyways, for example, I'm very used to working using the sod buster or the bullnose, and this has just arrived, and I'm barely trying to get used to this because I like it so much, and in a way I'm forcing myself to like it. Why? It's a good knife, don't get me wrong, but just a little bit of the weight. And then one of the things that I hate, I absolutely hate about traditionals is when you don't have enough space to pinch. And so here we barely have that space in this Jack Wolf Pioneer. Gorgeous knife, and it has enough room, really, but it gets to the point where, you know, it gets a little bit difficult, and that's again one of the reasons it took me such a long time to get into traditionals, because of that, because of bent nails or broken nails, or, you know, you just are not able to pinch grip and take the blade out when you need it. So, but it just takes time. In other cases, it's just a waste of time, because here you are able to pinch grip this knife and open it without that much difficulty, right? In other knives, heck, that's just I've let go of a few GECs because of that, and yeah, great GECs, but at the same time, well, if I'm gonna not gonna be able to open it and use it, then what's the reason to have it? That's the way I think. Same as this blade. Now this blade is, I love this blade. It's the first time I have a Wharncliffe like this from Hinderer. Hinderer Eclipse Wharncliffe. Gorgeous blade. I am not going to talk a lot about it, because also there's going to be first impressions, and also a first review, because I've been using it, I've been carrying it, and it's kind of difficult. I'm not used to this type of blades. I'm used to what you see here on the table, and this has been a challenge for me, and I've liked it, but at the same time, it's, again, I'm forcing myself a little bit to like it, or not to like it. Yeah, that's not what I meant to say. I'm forcing myself a little bit to use them, to enjoy the use. That's it. And to enjoy the use, you gotta spend time with them. And so, for example, I was harvesting chilies, very, very hot and delicious chilies. And this was fantastic for that, because I was able to get into the plants and just cut off their small chilies like this, and very small, very, very hot, and with great flavor. And this was so useful, as well as pruning my roses. This was fantastic to be able to use that tip. And this is one of the most aggressive tips, or the most aggressive tip I've ever had. It's beautiful. And it's very useful. But then again, I have to learn how to use this blade. Otherwise, it's something that I'm not used to, and something that I could discard in the first week, perhaps, of taking it out and using it. Same here, right? Same here. If I don't try enough, I'm forcing it there. I'm forcing it there. Of course, it's not comfortable with the position of the camera and all. But right there, you can see the blood in my fingers. I'm forcing it there. So it's not as easy as the rest of the Jack Wolves, which just made me love them. So, gotta get used to it, and see if it's something that it's going to stay, or that it's definitely something that is gonna go, because of small details like that. Same here, but that's something that we just have to take into consideration and understand, and also give it patience, give it time, take it all in. And for example, here we have another one, the Drunken. I love this knife. Love that blade shape. Dmitry Sinkovich is a genius. Can Spyderco build a high quality knife? Well, watch the future first impressions and review on this. But the blade shape, that sheep's foot, in the beginning, I didn't get used to the grip, to the ergos. Now it's different. Now I really get comfortable with the knife. It's not the most comfortable knife, but it's not uncomfortable at the same time. And so, but there are things to learn, things to experience, things to take in. Same as, I don't even remember the name of this knife, but I'm not used to this mirror-like, and it looks cool and everything. It's not my favorite, but anyways, I do like this shape. It's gorgeous, good in hand. I would never change my Bark Rivers, but then again, this is something that I needed to experience, and I have to give it a shot, as I need to use it and take that information in, and keep on studying about blades and everything, and keep that all in, and digest the information that, or the feedback that each one of these knives, each one of these folders, each one of these steels and materials throw at me. Look at that. Look at that. That's a well-made, well thought out, and I'm just throwing spoilers out there, left and right. But anyways, you see, those are the things that I guess I'm taking. It's a moment of taking the information in. It's a moment of reflection and just. It's not one of those moments where, you know, the hype is up and everything's positive. Absolutely not. It's one of those moments where there is more negativity than positivity, and that's okay. That's just life, period. Just take it as it is. But anyways, I wanted to share that with you and where I'm standing right now and what is happening. So there you have it. Hope to read your comments. Hope you have a great week ahead. Professor EDC out.